Hey, hey. Welcome to Miss D at 201 Suite. And this is the recap. Yeah, it was nice tonight. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed um, this versus. Definitely a dang on good versus. Tank, I said Tyrese is gonna win. Tyrese saying okay, sound like his voice was kind of raspy. So he some songs he sound pretty good. Some songs he be like no, but he put in a good effort, and he definitely was better than uh definitely better than or Marion. I can't even think of it. Marion and Mario. So you know, Tank, man, he brought out some heavy hitters. Tank brought out some heavy hitters, but he came out singing "You Can't Make Me Love You," um, and then he sung his first song. He came out first, uh, and he sounded real good. He came out the gate, just hitting all the riffs. He's singing most of his verses was ballads, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. Then Tyrese came out, and he start. I thought he's gonna bring out the brat when he sung What You Like," and then he brought back "Something Keep Bringing Me Back," and he did bring out his first guest star Chingy to sing his rap verse. So that was pretty good. The flow was good. They was joking around. So he's oh yeah, you brought out Chingy, huh? And yeah, you change. How many wardrobe changes you gonna have? So he kept changing his wardrobe. Um, then Tank came back when with Jay Valentine, when I Go Deep. And he was teasing Tyrese about the wardrobe changes and stuff like that. Uh, then Tyrese came back with Stay, and then Tank came back with a little bit of If Only You Knew with Patti LaBelle. He kind of had an intro to that song. Then he came back with Aaliyah, Can I Come Over? Then Tyrese like, well, they was joking around. Tyrese was like, well, yeah, nobody know that song. He said, excuse me, that's Aaliyah. People know that song. I don't know why Tyrese is joking. People love that song, Can I Come Over by Aaliyah. Now, I don't know how his connection with it. Did he write the song or not? Somebody hit me up in the comment section. Then Tyrese came back with Signs of Love Making. And then Tank came back with F With Me. And then When We. So that was his first When We. They said they was going to do a remake, which he did. And he teased with Pony, an outro with the Pony, beginning of the Pony song. But I thought Genuine was going to show up. Something happened. We'll talk about that later. And Tyrese being silly, talking about When We. He said, "I'm gonna use that tonight with my me and my girlfriend, fiance, whatever." He said, "No, you don't need to use that, Tyrese. You need her to concentrate on you." So it's going back and forth. It was so funny. And so Tyrese came back with what I'm going to do. Then Tank came back with a pleasure P song, Under. Then Tyrese came back with Lately. And then What I'm Going to Do. So yeah. And then Tank came back with Jay Valentine singing "Oh," and then they had a guest star with Latoya Luckett, and she sung her song "I Bet You Miss Me." not a song I'm very familiar with, but she tore it up. So yeah, I thought Tank, you know, where he intros and outros, hitting all the runs, and then uh teasing Tyrese about his wardrobe, the turtleneck. If you go back and watch turtleneck, everybody in the crowd turtleneck, and it was a joke, he's joking around. He's very funny. And so, he let Latoya sing her song and some old guest stars. And Tyrese was teasing her about that. Then Jamie Foxx came out. Jamie Foxx came out and sung his song, and he had some help with Tank. And Jamie Foxx sound pretty good, and Tank, had his little guest stars, and Tyrese was teasing about that. And then who else came out? So Jamie Foxx came out. I think they did another remix of Tank did another remix of When We, and then he brought out Trey Songz, and he's singing his song. Trey Songz said, "Hey, I don't have my earpiece," and they were just winging it, but it sounds so good. Trey Songz was tearing it up, and Trey Songz, man, I was like, okay, Trey Songz. His voice kind of sounded raspy, but he did a pretty good job on the When We remix. I think they did. I think Tank did that song like 3 times, and so Tank had Jamie Foxx, Trey Songz, and who else I said? Yeah, Jamie Foxx and Trey Songz, and Latoya Luckett, duh. And so he his interactions with the singing with them, he did some songs with he did some songs with Latoya, but he let her do her song. So it was very good. But despite the guest stars, I think Tank won. He sounded more smooth with his songs. He didn't sound choppy. Tyrese sounded kind of hoarse on some songs. Now at the end, he really was tearing it up. It really was tearing it up. He sung Lately. He sung Lately. He tore that song up. And what was other songs? He did another wardrobe change, and declared himself the winner. So it was just some kind of funny moments inside of the funny moments that happened. They was teasing each other. They brothers. Now when Trey Songz came back, was on the stage. I think they was trying to sing another song, or kind of cut the song short. Tyrese said, "Hey, that's enough. That's enough," and cut Trey Songz off. So it was kind of crazy that happened. And Trey Songz, I think Tank got on Tyrese about dang, where did Tyrese go? I shut it down, because Tank, he can go on and on and on and on, and he did. So I was trying to remember what song he sung at the end. That Tyrese sung. And I think Tank had the crowd. He had the crowd on the side. The crowd was amazing. It was kind of quiet, but not as quiet as the Vegas crowd for No Limit. And I know it's different, rap genre, but the crowd participation was good. Tank was singing to this lady, and she was grabbing all over. She was all acting shy, and I loved it. I loved it. Some songs they repeated. Like I said, they did the remakes of Tank did the remake of When We, and Tyrese did Lately. I think he did Lately twice. I think he did Sweet Lady. Sweet Lady. Yeah, he did that. I think he did a remix of that. They added some the way they sung the songs is kind of long intros. Tyrese hit them with kind of mid tempo. Tank stayed with the ballads. Not a lot of mid tempo ballads, and he just broke it down. A cappella. He was doing all his runs. I mean, it was fantastic. And I said Tyrese is gonna win, but his voice, he sounded okay, but his voice sounded he didn't sound bad, but he didn't win. Tank tore it up, sound very clear. So that was just amazing. So Tank, man, yeah, I go back and watch that on this page if it's not taken down. Tank tore up when we and he brung in, like I said, Trey Songz. Oh my God. And the guest stars was great. Now, it was supposed to be TGT. But Genuine couldn't make it. The airport, they having flight delays. Things are happening at these airports. And so Genuine didn't get a chance to come and sing one last song, TGT song with Tank and Tyrese. But yeah, they tease each other. The turtleneck one, the turtleneck joke really got it was funny. Because Tyrese, every time Tank would go into a song, he would change into these different outfits. Tank just kept on a black t-shirt and some black pants, and he just kept it moving and hitting his runs and getting the crowd involved. Tyrese, he tried to get the crowd involved. He had his little flowers and things like that. But some songs he had the crowd sing, because I think he lost his voice a lot of times. He kind of sound kind of raspy with his voice. So he was struggling with certain songs, but he tried, and Tank was just smooth with it. Bringing out his guests, the way he brought out his guests, and the way it was seamless. And then in between bringing out his guests and Tyrese singing his songs, he would joke around with Tyrese. He won that battle. He won not only the battle with the singing, he won the battle with the jokes. The turtleneck joke, go back and watch that. How many times you gonna sing that song? How you gonna act like that? How you gonna leave your girlfriend on the couch? Because I think Tyrese sung his last song and just went off stage, and and his girlfriend was still sitting there, and he's like, "How you gonna act like that?" After he sung, "How you gonna act like that?" Or lately, I think he sung lately. And then everybody's like, "How you act like?" And then how you act like that? Then he walked up and say and declare himself the winner. So I predicted at the beginning, I thought that Tyrese was going to win, but man, Tank vocal range, Tank, the different songs he sing, he sung other people's songs, but it sounded good. The way the arrangements, the background singers was amazing. Was one young lady was singing a song with Tank, one of his background singers. Oh my God, they tore it down. I didn't expect to see Jamie Foxx, and he told the story of how Jamie told the story of how Tank wanted to give up, and Jamie Foxx like, no. So thank you to Jamie Foxx, because Tank voice is amazing. I always like Tank, as far as his voice concerned, but he ain't miss a step. And Tyrese was talking about how he went independent and he wanted people to buy his vinyl. And Tank teasing about that, saying, yeah, buy this boy vinyl. And then Tyrese was like, I have more hits or something. And then Tank was like, well, I went on 4 world tours. No, I think no. Tyrese said you planning these hotel lobby. He said, yeah, that's true. I seen anywhere anybody want to. I'ma still hold it down. Wherever people want to see me, I'ma hold it down. And then Tank said also I have world tours and you never really had any tours. You a headline. No, I think Tyrese said you a head opening act. He said, no, I'm a headliner. I've been on 4 big major tours and you haven't, Mr. Fast and Furious. So it was just funny, friendly back and forth. But the songs, they repeated some songs. But even the fact that they repeated the songs, it still sounded good. Tank found many ways to sing "When We." He sung it by himself. He sung with Trey Songz. He sung it "We About to Leave." No. I think lately, Tyrese did that twice. Or "Sweet Lady" twice. But either way, he did "Stay." There's hits. Now when he sung that sounded okay. Lately sounded good. Everything else, he sounded okay, but I think he was struggling with his voice. He first, and you could tell because when he came out, he's drinking his tea for his throat. So he's trying to get his throat moist. Pause. So he can, his vocal cords can loosen up. I think at the beginning he sounded okay, but it seemed like he was struggling a little bit with his vocals. But Tank came out the gate with a ballad, even though it was slow. He tore that ballad up, and so he brought some friends. Jay Valentine helped him. Jay Valentine's brother helped him. I forgot his name. He tore it down. He tore it down as well. The ladies was liking it. He's like, who's this guy? But I like him. So yeah, I mean, Tank. This one of the better verses we had in a while. Better verses we had in a while. Very intimate. There wasn't a lot of lights and nothing like that. The crowd was engaged, and they got real excited. They singing along. They joking around with Tank and Tyrese. They got like the turtleneck song. The fans joined in. I enjoyed it. I really did. So check it out. I don't know if they're gonna take it off my page or not, or where can you find it? Probably find on Reels or TikTok. So yeah, that was my recap. But that was sad that Genuine couldn't make it, and but the guest stars was excellent. Everybody did a great job. For the last minute, Trey Songz came back from the airport himself and tore it down the little bit he was able to do before Tyrese kind of like nah. I guess he was feeling some type of way because I think he brought in one guest star and he's just Tank was hitting him, and he's like okay, all right. So he declared himself the winner, but nah. Tank won this, but it's all good. There's no real winners. I think both of them did a decent job. Tank just hit him better. So yeah, that's my quick recap of that. So if you don't see on this channel, just check out for the guest stars, and I'm trying to get some numbers on this page. So this is Miss D at Sweet 201. Miss D at Sweet 201. This is my music channel. Hit me up on also my sports channel, Miss D61 Sports. So it was a great night for R&B, ladies' night, and thank you. And I'm out. Peace.